sell, the price will rise till the point where they are prepared to sell. That is how the market works. And that seems to me necessary. You cannot either impose forcible acquisition, which is out of the question, nor can you impose unfair compensation levels, because that is also, I mean, if somebody irrationally doesn't want to sell, pay him enough till he becomes rational. But don't talk in terms of denying the farmer the right to determine how and on what terms he will plant his land. But that kind of policy, this is a nationwide question, it's not only a Bengal problem. But it has been a particular problem in Bengal. It's a particular problem in my home state, Kerala, which is much further behind than Bengal in industrialization. So land issues are a national problem and need to be addressed. But the balance between the needs of industry and fair compensation for farmers is what has to be found.
The Chief Minister of Bengal has already said that the state government is not going to acquire the land.
So let the private sector go. If you want to serve industry, go buy the land.
But in this regard, do you think that the future of industry in Bengal is a little bit gloomy?
No, I wouldn't say that. I am also an optimist, like most of the time.
From the Indian Express. You say the standard of living of people has increased, but isn't it slightly because the definition of below poverty level people has changed?
No. In fact, that is a misleading debate. These figures, there are very, very detailed technical studies for why you arrive at a particular figure. In fact, when I was at the UN, we had the UN World Bank poverty level, which in those days was $1 a day. Now it's $1.25. But $1.25 is not just 75 rupees. At 75 rupees, 70% of Indians would be below the poverty line. In PPP terms, the money that the Planning Commission has estimated at about roughly 28 rupees actually converts into above 75 rupees in PPP terms. So it's not very different from the UN World Bank poverty line. You see what I'm saying? It's just that you've got to look at the purchasing power parity of the rupee. Poverty is a terrible thing. Having some way of measuring it is merely a way of coming to terms with the problem. It is not a substitute for action to solve the problem. And I don't want anyone to misunderstand. It is merely for us to understand the problem. Now, yes, under that, wherever you draw the poverty line, once you've drawn it, you can measure how people have progressed or not. And there is no question that in absolute numbers, we have fewer poor people. Whereas in the past, the first 45 years after independence, every time the population went up, the number of poor people went up also. That has changed. That's what's important. Thank
Industrialist private investments will come and require government will not get.
I don't want to get too much into specific policies. I give my opinion from a general sort of nationwide.
Thank you, sir.